All right, this is the bench supported single arm row. So we're gonna put the knee on the bench, then we're gonna place your hand on the bench, and then look at where we're set up. So we got the hand below the shoulder, and then the knee below the hip. And then I like to take my foot out a little bit wider to get a good base. And then we wanna set the shoulder. So I'm gonna pull the shoulder back, keep that tightness in the upper back as we pull. So when we're going through this, oh, there's Joe, little cameo. So when we're going through this, we talk about pushing your hand into the bench as you pull. This is gonna create some extra tension in that upper back, and it's gonna help this movement feel stronger. So right here, I'm letting my shoulder dip down. So the weight could be too heavy, or the person just doesn't know how to get in a set position, so we would coach them up on to pull that shoulder back, maintain that tension between the shoulder blades. And then when we pull, we talk about pulling towards that hip socket. So right here, my hand's out in front. I wanna just kind of scoot that hand back a little bit so it's right below my shoulder. Like I said, this allows the person to push into the bench. All right, this next one is another supported single arm row. So I call this the 3-point row because we got 3 points of contact. We got the 2 feet and the hands set, and then we're rolling with the other side. So the setup on this is just to bend your knees, lean into the bench, and then we get that set position, so shoulder pulled back. When you're going through this, your heels may be off the ground just a little bit. That's all right. That's because we're kind of leaning into the bench. Same thing applies with that one arm on the bench. We can push into the bench to create some extra tension through the upper back. And then it's just really where you're comfortable, okay? So if you want to scoot your feet in a little bit more, you should have plenty of room to pull between your legs and the bench. Right here, I'm probably a little too far bent over. Just want to bend my knees a little bit more, drop my hips. There we go. So same thing applies if you see the shoulder drop. The weight's probably a little too heavy, or they just need to learn what a set position feels like. And right here, I'm just switching sides. I'm just showing you a ton of good reps. So this is a single arm supported row.